I want to thank the American people for the extraordinary honor of being elected your 47th president and your 45th president.
And I think that we just witnessed the greatest political comeback in the history of the United States of America.
Welcome to John Mike Keene.
The President of the United States.
The U.S. President is Donald Trump.
Yeah!
This is a mandate. He's won the national popular vote for the first time for a Republican, for the first time since 2004. This is a big deal. This isn't backing into the office. This is a mandate.
America has given us an unprecedented and powerful mandate. We have taken back control of the Senate. Wow, that's good.
I mean, let's talk about the significance of a Republican Senate. It means that they can confirm without any Democratic votes any appointment he makes to his cabinet, to the government, to the Supreme Court, should there be a vacancy. It's an enormous advantage to a president.
Get the economy working again for regular working class Americans, fix immigration, try to get crime under control, try to reduce the chaos in the world. This is a mandate from the American people to do that. I think I'm interpreting the results tonight as the revenge of just the regular old working class American, the anonymous American who has been crushed, insulted, condescended to. They're not garbage. They're not Nazis. They're just regular people who get up and go to work every day and are trying to make a better life for their kids, and they feel like they have been told to just shut up when they have complained about the things that are hurting them in their own lives.
Tyrus is left in tears over Kamala word salad. She's not trying to be funny. She's accidentally the funniest person in the world because we're all laughing at her.
Walking off of that campus right now, wondering when they will know the results of this election.
I know that as we watch the crowd disperse and wait for word from the Harris campaign about what is next, we enter this late morning period where votes are just still being counted. In Pennsylvania, it could take a couple of days. Michigan, it could take a day.
We're here to continue to remind you of who Kamala Harris is.
We're here because we're fighting for a democracy. Fighting for a democracy. And understand the difference here. Understand the difference here. Moving forward. Moving forward. Understand the difference here.
She has to repeat herself so many times because she has no new words to say. No thought came into her mind. This is vapid. This is literally saying nothing.
What we are looking at is a difference in this election. Let's move forward and see where we are.
Moving forward, she couldn't move forward from that sentence.
Remember his number? 32. Today we got 32 days until the election. So 32 days. 32 days. Okay, we got some business to do. We got some business to do. All right. 32 days.
My IQ moved backward.
We're all a little bit dumber for having been exposed to Kamala Harris. Maybe that's what happened to Biden.
I continue to think we have to make fundamental changes in civil rights. And those civil rights, by the way, include not just only African Americans, but the LGBT community.
He wants to get rid of the ability of Medicare
I did not oppose busing in America. What I opposed is busing ordered by the Department of Education. That's what I oppose.
Making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID. With dealing with everything we have to do with. Look, if
Maybe it was too much exposure to Kamala Harris.
You will determine the outcome of this election. Vote, vote, vote. If you're able to vote early in your state, vote early. If you're able to vote in person, vote in person. Vote whatever way is the best way for you, because he cannot stop you.
And I'm going to continue to move until we get the total ban on the total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more Border Patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Look,
that turned him into the man that he is, barely able to speak. And that's happening to all of us on a massive national level.
And I have fought for many who have harmed other human beings.
Tyrus?
Tyrus is left so speechless. He's teary-eyed. This is an example of what I mean. She drained the IQ out of his head so that we have no response. She has a magical power to drain people's IQ.
I'll take it if you need. Kat, there's worse things that you can say to people.
Yeah.
But I help people who harm people. God bless. Good night. That's my time. That's what.
And arguably, it's the first time she's finally told the truth. So I applaud Kamala Harris, even though she's draining our brains. She told the truth that she helps people who harm people. This could be her finally revealing her plan about women's health care.
You know what happened, Greg? The teleprompter went up and they cheered too long.
Yeah.
And she panicked because all she couldn't remember the connection word. So she panicked. This ain't close, I'm telling you.
Now the only question is, did the American people buy it? I don't think so. But if America does buy it, it's because all of their IQs drained also.
Who knew Joe Biden was a clearer speaker?
Yeah.
Biden is the clearer speaker. Some say that he only had Kamala be his vice president as a form of insurance. And they say that Kamala Harris didn't pick Josh Shapiro as a vice president because he would mop the floor with her. He would look too good compared to her. So Biden chose Kamala because she makes him look like a clear, brilliant speaker.
I also feel like this election, as we sit here and pour over this tonight, is something of an indictment of the political information complex. I mean, we've been sitting around here for the last couple of weeks, and the story that was portrayed was not true. Night after night after night, we were told all these things and gimmicks were going to somehow push Harris over the line, and we were just ignoring the fundamentals. Inflation, people feeling like that they were barely able to tread water at best. That was the fundamentals of the election. And so I think that both parties should always look at the results of an election and figure out what went right and what went wrong. But I think for all of us who cover elections and talk about elections and do this on a day-to-day basis, we have to figure out how to understand, talk to, and listen to the half of the country that rose up tonight and said, we've had enough.
I'm John Mike Keane.